Today I want to jump on here and talk to all the entrepreneurs around the world who are providing some sort of service. It could be, PT, massage, nail service, I don't know, coaching, any kind of service. Now, what I do know is that a lot of entrepreneurs are broke. Now, why is that? Well, there's multiple reasons why you are broke, but today I'm going to talk about 3 things that you might be struggling with and give you some tips at the end of what you can do in order for you to take your business from being broke to actually flourishing. Because the world needs you and the world needs your service. Now, the first thing that you might be struggling with is you are not doing the internal work. Now, what I mean by this is it's not about waking up in the morning and sometimes I feel great, sometimes I don't feel great. You need to have a ritual that you do for your internal world. We call it your metaphysical world. Every single day that has you get into a peak performance state so that when you go out there and have your clients or provide your service, you are always showing up the person you want to be in your business. You've got to be intentional with this. You have to do the internal work. It's not just enough that if I want to be a PT, it's enough to look really good and train a lot physically. No, you got to do the internal work so that you show up. Who do I want to be as an entrepreneur? Who is the person that runs my business? And that person you've got to design, and then you've got to practice. And that's everything from morning rituals to habits to rituals to figuring out, what do I say to myself on a daily basis? How do I communicate with myself? And therefore, what kind of person am I to my clients or to everybody around me? So doing the internal work is number 1. Are you not doing the internal work? Then you will be lacking in that area. The second thing that I think you might be struggling with is if you're providing a service, for example, say you are a PT, it's not enough to just have one product. Because if somebody comes to you and says, oh yeah, your product sounds really great, but I can't afford $100 for your PT service 3 times a week, what are you gonna do? Because some people might not actually be able to afford it. Then you have nothing else to sell them. And then you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well that sucks. Let me know when you've got the money. You can't do that because you're gonna lose a potential client. So what you need to do is you need to figure out, how can I have multiple different products that I actually offer so that if they can't do my peak product or my top range, then I have other products that are cheaper. Maybe something for $40. Maybe it's a nutrition plan. Maybe it's a training plan. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's being part of a community that you've designed where you start to nurture people so people start feeling like they belong to your community. You've got to think outside of the box. You're not just providing one service. You've got to be providing at least 1 top end and maybe 2 lower tier services. So if they can't afford that, you can bring them into this service. And then after they've gotten to know you and they love working with you, then you can upsell them to this service. Get it? So this is one of the things that I see for a lot of entrepreneurs. You're just providing one service and people might not be able to buy it, and then you're screwed. That's the second thing. And then the third thing is, I notice with a lot of entrepreneurs that you are struggling with making a difference between business and personal. And this is a little bit of a struggle in the beginning. I was there once. I remember that when I started out as a coach. I remember it being really difficult. It was hard for me to charge people because I wanted to be nice. I wanted them to like me because a lot of people have this incredible need to be liked. It's so important to be liked that sometimes we even give our power away and we bring our prices down just for the sake of being liked. Also, we don't have boundaries. So some clients might be really demanding and contact you all the time, and you don't have boundaries, so you get overwhelmed. You answer as soon as they write to you. You don't have boundaries saying, you know what, I'll get back to you in 24 hours. You've got to figure out, how can I make a system in my business that works for me so that I prioritize myself and my clients is business. It's not personal. This is super crucial, and you got to make this clear with your clients. Everything I'm doing is I'm doing for you to expand in whatever it might be, the PT or the coaching, whatever it might be. You're doing it for the sake of them. However, this is a business for you. It is not, you're not friends and buddies. And then it's like, oh, because then you'll start to, demolish the lines between friendship and business. And you cannot be friends with your clients to the point where you actually give away your power because they're not going to respect you. So these are 3 areas that I know that you might be struggling with in at least one of these 3 areas. Now, if you are struggling, please let me help you because I want you to be successful. Me, myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I started out at the bottom. I started out working my ass off and trying to figure out how am I going to function in this world? Who am I as a coach? Who are the people that I want to help? What's my niche? What's my pricing like? How do I do the sales strategy? And it's not just about the sales. How do I close? Because money, sales, closing is all related to my relationship with myself and with my money mindset. Is my money mindset shit? Then I can't sell clients. I'll let them off the hook in it because I feel so insecure. I don't know how to close the deal. There's multiple facets when you are an entrepreneur. It's not just about providing a brilliant service. And you might have a service that's amazing that the world needs, but you're failing and you're broke right now because you don't know how to work on your own mindset, how to work with your money mindset, what your niche actually is, what different products you can provide, and you also don't know how to keep business and pleasure, or I would call it business and personal, separate. And if you need help with this, please reach out to me because I've got massive amounts of things that I can provide for you. Lots of different strategies, lots of different tools that you're gonna love and that's gonna help your business boom.